Hello and welcome to Get Decked, the video series where I make budget Magic the Gathering decks for your casual games night and to introduce friends and family members of the game. So here are this part 2 of my Planeswalker for Pennies sub-series where I'm making a bunch of decks themed around a particular Planeswalker and yeah, in a way similar to the old Planeswalker decks. So yeah, let's just get on and take a look at Liliana's Legion. No prizes for guessing who the signature Planeswalker is here. So remind ourselves of the rules of Get Decked. These decks are 60 cards, they're designed for 1v1 games, we make no format restrictions, mostly commons and uncommons. No cards that cost more than $2 at time of recording, so it's nice and easy and cheap to build. Limit ourselves to 12 different non-land cards for a good mix of variety and consistency. We have strong themes and low to mid complexity, so it's easy for a less experienced player to pick up and play. But just because it's a casual deck doesn't mean it has to be weak or bad. So let's take a look at the deck list. We've got 21 creatures, 3 planeswalkers, 4 sorceries, 5 enchantments, 3 instants, 24 land, mana curve off to the side there. And let's just quickly discuss how we talk about these decks. We talk about how we're winning, so that's the actual win condition of the deck, which in this case is attacking with a bunch of zombies. What helps us win, so it's ways to support the win conditions, so like buff spells or card draw, that kind of thing. And what stops them winning, which is stuff we can do to our opponent's side of the board and make it harder for them to win. And as a disclaimer, this is all hypothetical, it's kind of theory crafted. I've not built the deck, I've not played the deck, I've just kind of put a deck list together for you to, go away, build this deck yourself, have a good time with it. Right, so the planeswalker we're going to use is Liliana, Death's Majesty. Oof. And this is the Liliana version, which is basically the cheapest version of Liliana that really cares about zombies, which is why I'm using her. So 3 and double black for 5 loyalty, which is pretty good. She's got a +1, you create a zombie token and then you mill 2 cards. Her -3 lets you return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature is a black zombie in addition to its colours and types. That literally doesn't matter, all the creatures in the deck are black zombies, so whatever. And then her -7 destroy all non-zombie creatures, which is basically, doesn't affect any of our stuff, which is great. So, really like Liliana, Death's Majesty. So let's get into how we're winning. So these are all the other zombies that we're going to be using. So we have 3 Champion of the Perished, so 1 black mana for 1/1. Whenever another zombie enters the battlefield under control, he gets a +1/+1 counter. We've got a load of way of making zombie tokens, so this can get pretty big pretty quickly. Drop this turn 1 and then start churning out zombies, and yeah, I can see this getting really out of control really quickly. Then we've got 3 Liliana's Reaver, so 2 and double black for a 4/3 with Death Touch. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player discards a card and you create a tapped 2/2 black zombie creature token, which is pretty nice. Nice way of making more zombie tokens and also getting a bit of discard on your opponent. And it's just this real, it's a no-win situation. You either let it through and take 4 and make a token and discard a card, or you're probably going to lose something to the big death-touching zombie. So yeah, really like Liliana's Reaver. Actually, it was a bit of a budget all-star back in the day because it's a fairly old card. And then on the subject of old classic cards, Cemetery Reaper, who still pulls his weight even in 2025. So 1 double black for a 2/2. Other zombies you control get +1/+1. You can pay 2 and a black and tap, exile a creature card from a graveyard. Doesn't have to be your graveyard, which is really nice. Get rid of maybe problematic creatures in your opponent's graveyard that they might also reanimate or get back in some way. And then you create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Yeah, really like Cemetery Reaper. A lot of lords in zombies. I could have easily have just done all lords in this zombie deck because there are so many zombie lords, but I thought, it's very tempting. But then also, this is also the highest number of rares I think in one of the get decks I've done. So I tried to restrain myself a little bit. Right, and then one of my favourite zombie cards, Gem Palm Polluter. So this is definitely one of the oldest cards we've had in Get Decked, because it's, as far as I know, it's the only one that's not been in the sort of a more updated frame. This is in the classic frame, and yeah, so it's 5 and a black for a 4/3. We don't care about that. What we care about is its cycling ability. So for cycling, for 2 black, which means you can pay 2 black, discard it, and draw a card. When you cycle Gem Palm Polluter, you may have target player lose 1 life for each zombie in play. Don't think of this as a 4/3 for 6 mana. Think of this as 2 black mana, an instant that lets you draw a card and also lets you not drain life, but just makes an opponent lose a whole bunch of life. Super, super, super good. I really love Gem Palm Polluter. So yeah, and we've got a few ways of getting it back as well. So if needed, we could just repeatedly do this. This could just let you get a win out of nowhere. I really like Gem Palm Polluter. I think it's fantastic. Right, and then we've got 2 Zul Ashur, Light Lord, 1 black for a 2/2 from Foundations. Really, really happy the Zul Ashur has finally got a card. She's been in flavor text a lot since I want to say M10, which is, God, that's what, 2009, 2010, that was, or whatever it was. Yeah, so she's been in flavor text a lot, on various zombies or whatever. So I'm really happy that she's now got a card, and it's a really good card. So she's got Ward, pay 2 life, which makes her more of a pain to target. And you just tap, you can cast a zombie creature card from your grave on this turn, which is just super, super good. Like, there's no extra cost that. It's literally just tap her for it. It's really, really good. Really like Zilasha. And then we've got 4 hobbling zombies, 2 and a black for a 2/2 with death touch. And when it dies, you make a 2/2 black zombie creature token. But this one has decayed. So this is from was it Midnight Hunt, where all these zombie tokens usually had decayed, which meant it couldn't block, and after it attacked, it basically fell apart. It had to be sacrificed. So yeah, I think it's still okay. This is the one zombie that I'm not completely sold on. I just put in here because, like, like 3 mana for a 2/2 death touch. When it dies, it makes another zombie. I thought that was okay, but this is kind of like the free slot. Please insert what other zombie of your preference into this. But I just liked hobbling zombie, I thought. Right, now we're going to talk about what helps us win. So we've got 3 Liliana's Mastery, so 3 in double black. Zombies you control get +1/+1, and when Liliana's Mastery enters the battlefield, you get 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. So, but they're 3/3s because of the enchantment. So, kind of like the soldier deck we had last time with Elspeth, a lot of Anthem effects for zombies in here, and having 3 of these is obviously really nice because we can just make zombie tokens and give them more +1/+1. Yeah, it's just super good. I think it's just a really straightforward, fun enchantment. And then we've got 4 Cemetery Recruitment, 1 and a black. You return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. If it's a zombie, you get to draw a card. Yeah, just really nice, straightforward raised dead effect with a sort of a tribal upside. You could also replace this with Ghoul Caller's Chant, which is cheaper. 1 black mana and gets you 2 zombies back from your graveyard. You could do 2 of each, maybe mix it up, but yeah, that's. I wanted to mention Ghoul Caller's Chant because I really like it, but Cemetery Recruitment is also pretty good. So either of those. Now we're going to quickly talk about stops them winning. So obviously playing mono black, so we've got a whole bunch of removal options. So we've got 3 Accursed Marauder, 1 a black for a 2/1. When it ends the battlefield, each player sacrifices a non-token creature, which I quite like actually. That it's a non-token creature that you have to sacrifice something that like matters. Can't just get rid of a token. For us, that doesn't really matter because so many ways of getting zombies back. Accursed Marauder can sacrifice itself, which I think is perfectly fine as well. Yeah. So yeah, really like Accursed Marauder. We've got 2 Call to the Grave, 4 and a black for an enchantment at the beginning of each player's upkeep. That player sacrifices a non-zombie creature, doesn't affect us at all. At the beginning of the step, if no creature on the battlefield, you sacrifice Call to the Grave. So this is just like gradually gonna like chip away at the opponent, like they keep having to sacrifice their non-zombies. Really, really fun card. And then 3 deadly plots, 3 in a black. You either choose one. You either destroy a creature or a planeswalker, or you return a zombie from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. So we've got so many ways of getting zombies back onto the battlefield from our graveyard. We've got so many raised dead effects and deadly plot. We've got Liliana's ability. So yeah, we're just going to keep grinding the opponent down with these zombies who will just never die. And then we'll quickly talk about the mana base. So we've got 3 Mortuary Myers, enters battlefield tapped. When it enters battlefield, you may put a creature card from your graveyard on top of your library. Yep, and then taps to give you black. So yep, just another kind of like raised dead effect. Got 3 Memorial to Folly, enters tapped, gives you black. It's pay 2 and a black and tap, return a creature from your graveyard to your hand. So again, just another raised dead effect. And then 18 Swamps. So I'd love to know what you think about this deck. What's your thoughts on mono black zombies? Is it a creature type you like playing? There's any changes you would make to this deck? If you had a bit more money, any changes you'd make to it? Any cards you'd take out? Anything you put in? Yeah, I'd love to hear what you think. If you want to put a comment down below, I'll give it a read like I always do. But yeah, I hope you really like this deck. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. But I'll be back next time with another Planeswalker for Pennies deck. So I hope you join me for that. But until then, thanks for watching the thing. Have a great day.